Her first people were her children.
Yeah.
But she held off a little bit.
I savoured it for 2 days. I really did. Because they have been unimpressed by everything I've done. Not in a disrespectful way, just it's not their vibe, man. They can't watch Westworld or, I mean, they could watch Mission Impossible, I suppose, but they're just not interested. They feel weird when they see me on screen. But I waited 2 days and then just dropped it in when we were having supper together. Like, oh yeah, Mummy's going to be in the next Star Wars movie. And it was sweet as a nut, as I knew it would be, which is why it took me 2 days just to enjoy it. Because they're so thrilled, and it's, like we were when we were kids, when the first movie came out. It's, these characters are, they're amazing. They represent so many beautiful things that, we think about in our lives and the world, and you root for them. You want them to survive in this galaxy far, far away. And nothing has changed, really. So that was a beautiful thing, telling my kids.
Well, I did talk to the wifey poo, and she was pretty cool about it. But
Yeah,
the problem was, well, here's the problem: is that I was working here anyway, doing this movie Lost in London that I wrote and directed, also coming out May 25th on Hulu and iTunes. And I felt like, I was supposed to be done and going home after an absence, and so they had to just kind of evolve with this notion of being here another 9 months, which is what it turned out to be.
But they came and visited quite a lot.
Yeah. They came and visited, and so it all turned out good. And they're going to see it, and they're going to love it.
Yeah, so. But it's you make these pilgrimages around the world when you're an actor, and thankfully, it's definitely, well, I can't say if it's worth it or not, but you're so wonderful in the film.
So wonderful in the film.
I want to see so much more.
I love, we love each other as friends, but I love her, like, in the movie, just like she's probably, Tobias Beckett had never met his equal as a woman, or maybe someone more than equal. And so... It's
a wonderful relationship, the two of them. They really need each other. Beckett's the ideas man, Val is the engineer that gets it done.
The doer.
And I think it's quite unusual to see a relationship between a man and a woman on screen like that, where it's not about these big displays of, there is definitely displays of love, but it's about equality, it's about survival, and it doesn't compromise either of their, charm and just humour and goodness. To see a woman who is efficient, capable, doesn't need to be pandering to anybody, and I just think it's very refreshing, and I love this relationship.
She's tougher than most men, and she doesn't immediately love Han.
Yeah, it's tough love.
Yeah,
good judgment.
Real tough love.
Yes, it's pretty hardcore in the galaxy, very stressful. I mean,
I don't know if that's
I don't know
if they're realistically going to do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but
But I'd love to work with her again anytime.
Yeah,
maybe
Yeah, I think it.
In the aforementioned project.
Oh, that's right. We were discussing that.
Yeah. Oh, it's another thing.
Yeah.
Something's.
We're lucky. We're lucky, to be working in a project like this and to have such great relationships. Not just, we got to have a really wonderful time with the characters and as people, but the sort of camaraderie between all of the characters. We were in and out of each other's lives, even if it was off screen rather than on. And what a lovely bunch of people! What a committed, it's smart, egoless bunch of people. We're very lucky.